This is 3D Wrap's Logitech G Pro brake mods. You use these to replace the rubber pieces in the spring stack, and it's there to give it a different sensation, a different feel, a different resistance. So if you're not happy with the feel of the brake, then maybe these will help you with that. You do get a set of two of these. We get a linear one and we get a progressive one, so they will compress differently and give a different feedback of sensation. So the linear one here is designed for GT, rally and drift cars, and the progressive one is Formula and LMP. So that's what 3D Wrap state on their page. That's what they're designed for, though to be fair, simply use the one that feels right to you. That would be my recommendation rather than swapping them out for different cars. In today's video, I'm going to test these out and I'll give you my verdict at the end of the video. So without further ado, let's get these installed. We have the progressive elastomer installed first, designed to provide a resistance that builds up as it compresses. It does do that, but it must be noted it doesn't require much pressure from my foot to fully compress this elastomer. It's rather on the light side. The tube that houses the elastomer is narrow and short, and that does mean the elastomer is also quite narrow and short, and certainly limits what can be done with the material being used. Now possibly the 3D printed TPU material is not quite right for this task. This is the same material 3D Wrap uses for quite a few of their other mods, including their larger brake elastomers. For context, this is it compared to the 3D Wrap elastomer I'm using on my Simracing Pro brake pedal, and I can't deny these work pretty well on that pedal. I wouldn't go as far as to say it's a failure with the Logitech G Pro brake. Bear in mind, subjectively, I'm used to using beefier feeling brake pedals, and although it's a lighter feeling than I'd like, the sensation here is a marginal upgrade over the stock elastomers. The 3D Wrap mod does give the pedal a more realistic feel to it. Personally, I do prefer the 3D Wrap setup over stock, but it's not massively different from what is already achieved with the stock elastomers, so don't expect a huge improvement. Potentially, you might even be disappointed it doesn't do more. Nevertheless, it is an improvement, so I'll give it that. Now moving on to that linear elastomer, and this one is a big disappointment for me. It's very soft. I can compress it easily just with my fingers. Yes, there is some resistance and sensation, but it's not really doing much more than holding up the pedal. Now maybe there's someone out there that wants their brake to feel like this. I don't, and most people won't either. Technically, it's not holding me back. I'm still managing my braking just fine. It's not negative in overall performance, but I don't like a sloppy, weak feeling brake pedal, and that's exactly what I'm getting from this elastomer. To sum it up for both the linear and progressive elastomers from 3D Wrap, what you're getting when you're using these is a slightly different feedback from the pedal, from what the stock elastomers produce. I can feel a difference, and I do quite like the progressive elastomer, but does it do enough to say it's worth spending €35 to buy a set of these? Can you guess the answer? Well, I'll come to that in a moment. But first, let me answer another question. If you're struggling with the brake and hoping that installing this mod will improve your braking, this mod will not do this for you. I find the brake functions just fine with the stock elastomers or the 3D Wrap ones, and I would say the problem lies elsewhere if the Logitech G Pro brake is not working for you. And to answer the first question, is it worth spending €35 to buy a set of these? No, in my opinion. A couple of small 3D printed pieces of TPU that cost very little to produce, and only the progressive one is really worth using. €35 is just crazy. Give me these for 10 euros, 15 euros at tops for a set, and okay, I might say give them a punt. I am keeping that progressive one installed. I do like it, and I admit that, but I can't hand on heart say the difference is significant enough to justify paying this much for it. And there you have it, that's my verdict on the 3D Wrap Logitech G Pro brake mod. Thanks for watching, I hope you found this video useful, and until next time, happy simming and bye bye.